segment. It's July 31st, 2017. Beginning of the movie, we showed you what happens on August the 21st, 2017. The Great American Solar Eclipse. Then we showed you what happened in the past week with North Korea and their new intercontinental ballistic missile that could now reach with Kim Jong-un, like it says right here on CNN, the whole U.S. mainland. Okay? And in this video, we are going to connect what does a solar eclipse mean. And it's not just North Korea. We're going to talk about World War III and the biblical signs in the skies that's going to occur this year. Okay, folks? So first, we're going to start off with North Korea. North Korea's nuclear missiles could now reach New York City, Boston, and Los Angeles. Analysts concluded. And are you awake yet? So they're telling you that North Korea now is capable of launching an intercontinental ballistic missile that could hit the mainland of our country, United States of America. Okay? And that's some powerful stuff. And everyone thinks North Korea is a rogue nation, all that. North Korea was supported and got all their military might from the Soviet Union during the Korean War, while South Korea got all their might and power from the United States of America during the Korean War. North Korea is really upgrading their missile defense system because of China and Russia. We got Japan, our ally. We got all our ships, a lot of our ships over there. We got South Korea, that's our ally. So Russia invents weapons and gives weapons, and China does too, give it to North Korea. And the reason for that is because North Korea is the wall in the Pacific Ocean. All right, so before we could reach China or Russia, we would have to go through North Korea first. And that's why North Korea is testing all their missiles and brand new missiles. That's where they get their technology. Yes, they got nuclear weapons too. They tested 5 since 2006. It's on Wikipedia. It's going to be at the bottom of the link. And they were all tested underground. Okay, folks. What else happened during the week was after Trump tweeted about North Korea, Pentagon worried about Donald Trump. Because Pentagon worried, and it's going to be at the bottom. This is from the UK. Pentagon worried Trump was going to declare war on North Korea during today's tweet about military exercise that North Korea did. Right after Pentagon did that, of course, we were going to test our missile system, and we did on that date. And U.S. test is on CNN. Excuse me. We tested our missile defense system. Okay, U.S. test defense system after North Korea missile launch. Not just that, United States of America, Japan, South Korea flew bombers and jets near the Korean Peninsula. And now every single time North Korea goes a missile, because we do not know what's underneath that cone, we are going to test our missile defense system. And that might cause World War III, because we do not know if they're launching a missile straight to the United States of America with a nuclear load on it, folks. So I think that's how World War III is going to start off, but that's just my opinion. There ain't no proof on that. Okay, so let's move on. After we tested our defense system, North Korea tested their missiles, and we ripped North Korea. Trump also ripped China. And Trump blamed China for not stepping in and blaming previous presidents of the United States, saying that we let China. Here we go. This is Trump's own words when he tweeted, "I'm very disappointed in China. Our foolish past leaders have allowed them to make hundreds of billions of dollars a year in trade. They do nothing for us with North Korea, just talk. We will no longer allow this to continue. China could easily solve this problem." So we're blaming China. Trump was blaming China about this intercontinental ballistic missile. Trump is actually right. China ain't going to stop North Korea. Russia ain't going to stop North Korea because they're giving them the weapons to test this, because North Korea is their wall before it hits the mainland of China or Russia. So say we want to go invade China or Russia, we would still have to go through North Korea. So they're going to test all their missiles. And now Russia got sanctions, North Korea got sanctions, and China got sanctions. So now they are mad. All right, now they are mad. All right. After Trump rips China, China showed force that day. Just hours after Trump tweeted and blaming China, well, China said, hey, we're going to show off our military strength. And that's what China did. China showed off their military strength. And no, it wasn't in the central of Beijing. That's the difference. When China has their annually show off to their president or their military forces, it's at Beijing. It's in Beijing. This, let's just go down. Unlike previous public displays of growing military might, China held Sunday's event in the remote Zero military base in Inner Mongolia instead of in the center of Beijing. Alright. And China said it was the 90th anniversary of the People's Liberation Army. But the parade came hours after U.S. President Donald Trump renewed his criticism over Beijing's failure to rein in North Korea. That very same week, last week, Russia signs a 50-year deal that will keep Russia in Syria. Air base. 50 more years, a half a century, Russia has a deal to stay in Syria. All right. So just like we move our pawns in the Middle East, China's moving their pawns in the Middle East. Russia and China are mad at the United States of America. And it's not just from Donald Trump. It's from President Obama. It's from President Bush. It's from all our corrupted politicians that don't give a fuck about us. And it's all about the one world order. And you can see in my previous video about Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, and the Pope, and what they really mean. And like I'm about to show you the signs in the heavens. What's really going on, folks. Okay, so last week, in this article, Russia expelled 755 U.S. diplomats. And the reason Russia expelled 755 U.S. diplomats is because we expelled that amount of diplomats from the United States of America when we thought they hacked into our election. What is going on around the world is that the world is flexing their muscles. It wasn't just us. North Korea flexed its muscle because they have intercontinental ballistic missile. Also, they got 2 EMP satellites that have been hovering over the United States of America since 2015. Also, Russia and China backs them. Also, Russia and China does not want the United States of America as the economy superpower anymore. That's why they're building the Silk Road. I did a video about that. I did a video about previous history, Russia, China. And who's all behind us? The one world order government, the UN. All right. And what's happening is this. World War III is going to be the end of superpower. The only way they can end superpower is by having all 3 superpowers go against each other. In this article, our army is bigger than yours. China, Russia, and NATO forces, that's our allies, to put on huge shows of strength as world's power flex their military muscle. And we flex our military muscle too by going near the Korean Peninsula, by launching our missile defense, by Georgia, United States of America, launch their biggest joint military exercise too. All right. Now you're asking, how is this all biblical? What are the signs? I already told you about Donald Trump. I can't stress that more. Jared Kushner and the Pope. Okay. Acts 2:19. And I will grant wonders in the sky above and signs on the earth below. If you look at our weather, if you're about to see the signs, the blood moons, all that stuff, and the upcoming signs, and we're going to link this up, and fire, vapor of smoke. The earth below, blood and fire, vapor of smoke. War. All right, so everyone knows what happens on August the 21st, the Great American Solar Eclipse. It goes from Oregon to South Carolina. It's rare because it happened, total solar eclipse happened in 1979, but it's rare because of the path it's taken. It hasn't happened in 99 years and 103 years. Also, solar eclipse happen. We're going to talk about the temperature. The temperature is going to drop by 25 degrees if you're in that 65-mile radius. So from Oregon all the way down to South Carolina, where you could totally see this, where night turns, where day turns to night, where you see the sun sets in the east instead of the west, we're going to see 25-degree temperature drops after a few hours. The rest of the country is going to see partial solar eclipse that's going to last longer than the solar eclipse for 2 minutes. It's going to last 2 to 3 hours. The last time we seen a full solar eclipse on the continental United States of America, before I get into that, in the Hebrew and every single other religion, a solar eclipse, a fully solar eclipse, is a bad omen. It means war, death, plagues, wonders, earthquakes. War, blood, plagues, wonders, earthquakes. That's what it means in Hebrew and all other religions too. All right, so before we see August the 21st, 2017, Great American Solar Eclipse, the last solar eclipse that blacked out the whole sun that the whole continental United States of America seen was in 1979. And in 1979, the Cold War began. So just a few months after the total solar eclipse of 1979, the Cold War started from 1979 to 1985. And right now, the Soviet also invaded Afghanistan in 1979. They're in Syria. All right, and they signed a 50-year treaty. Right now, our enemies are Russia, China, North Korea. Now, before the 1979 total solar eclipse that the whole United States of America could see was in 1918. The total solar eclipse of June 8, 1918 crossed the United States from Washington State to Florida. This path is roughly similar to the August 21st, 2017 total solar eclipse. And what happened in 1918? 5 months later, after the first Great American Solar Eclipse, was the end of World War I. Now, another solar eclipse that was another total solar eclipse that the whole continental America seen was just 4 years before the end of World War II, and it happened on the same date as different year on August the 21st, 1914. 103 years later, on the same date, August the 21st, 2017, we're going to see the same exact solar eclipse. And at the end of that solar eclipse, what happened was the end of World War II, and that happened another total continental United States of America solar eclipse. What happened in 1914 was the beginning of World War I. All right. So the links are this. Means famine, war, death, earthquakes, all that, blood, all that. That's what it means. It's a bad omen when a total solar eclipse happens. But it's rare when a whole country sees it at one time. It only happened 3 times in the past 300 years. At the beginning of World War I, at the end of World War I, and during the start of the Soviet Union, the Cold War. Okay, folks? Now, that's one of the signs, and that starts August the 21st. Now, before we go August the 21st, we are about to see the brightest meteor shower that's happening right now in history. All right? The brightest of all time meteor shower ever recorded in history is taking place right now. Okay, folks? And it ends on August the 12th. And 9 days later, on August the 21st, we're going to see the Great American Solar Eclipse. All right? Now, everyone heard about Revelation 12, but on September 3rd, 2017, and this is in Wikipedia, Revelation 12 signs. The Revelation 12 sign is an apocalyptic belief promoted by a number of ministers, not just Christians, but the truth ministers too, a news organization, which states that literally fulfillment of prophecy given in Revelation 12 through 1-2 will occur on September the 23rd, 2017. Okay, folks? And what that means is this. All right. There's a woman, exact pattern. Here, Revelation 12 sign. The constellation of Virgo. The moon will be at her feet. Jupiter is shooting out of her womb. And Earth and all the planets are lined up. Now above Virgo is going to be the constellation Leo with 12 stars. All right. And it says that the woman will have 12 stars above her head with the moon underneath her foot. And that happens, and this is on Wikipedia, September the 23rd, 2017. On October the 12th, 2017, we will see a near close. So we got the total solar eclipse, where day will turn to night. We had 3 wars every time a solar eclipse like that happened in the United States of America. Well, 2 wars. We're entering World War III. Then we got the brightest meteor showers of all time, signs in the sky, the weather, all that stuff. Then Revelation 12 happens on September 23rd. And then on October 12th, 2017, 2000 TC4 asteroid has a 3 sigma chance of passing between. What makes this asteroid so weird is that they don't even know how close it's coming. All they know is that it's a nearby asteroid. It's coming on October 12th, 2017. And what people are calling Wormwood. Okay? And we got one more asteroid that comes in December. This asteroid here ain't that big, but if it did hit Earth, it could wipe out a couple major cities. It would change weather around the globe for a minute. But the one in December that's coming, we're going to get into another video. And what's weird about this 2012 TC4 asteroid is what TC4 means. All right, TC4 means in government and military, theater, communication, configuration, control, community. All right, TC4 is a government and military term. It means theater, means war, means watching, means preparing, all that stuff. So this thing might hit, and they got to prepare, folks. So, a lot of weird stuff is happening. I just broke it down, put the videos in front of us. This is the No Face Moon. Please like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. Please be prepared, because we are about to enter World War III. This ain't no joke. Our economy is about to collapse. We got the Antichrist in office. We got his son, the second one, that he's going to hand off in the year 2020. And we got the false prophet, the Pope, that's a Jesuit priest, as the Pope, all that stuff. This is the movement. Moving till next time.